So, but do you want to talk about the team his who is second in the table? Sancho's former club?
Man, the team. You mean the team that has John Stones suddenly turning into Superman?
God.
2 weeks, twice in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
What a goal. I mean, honestly, I want to start off by, there was a lot of belly aching around. Oh, they didn't. I didn't see anything wrong with that goal, man.
No, no. There was nothing
I
wrong.
don't know.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why people were going on about, oh, it's so, like, I don't think he was impeding the goalkeeper at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it since it's English. It was an English referee. I think if you pressurize him, he fucks up more often than not. So maybe it was just their tactic. And there was nothing wrong with
Right.
the goal. There was
Yeah,
nothing
I
wrong with
didn't
it.
see anything.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah,
No, I was a good. I mean, it the intent, right? We all talk about intent all the time. And
yeah.
City, even right till the end, they will do their thing. They're going to play in one way, but they, man, they always find a way, and it's so frustrating. It's so annoying. I was hoping that this will be the game they drop points and all of that, but
Yeah.
there they are.
I mean,
It's pretty good.
so they were first. They were 1-0 down. They scored the winner in the 96th or 95th minute. And guess who scored for them? Two defenders,
Two different.
Guardiola and John Stones. Guardiola, their left back. Do you want to talk about our left back or the time
Uh,
when
do,
he
do we
last scored goal?
do we have a left back?
Seriously?
Oh, it's crazy. He's so good, man. He's so good on the ball. He's so good positionally. The guy is built like a fucking tank.
Yeah,
I honestly, if you have someone like, imagine someone of the stature of Guardiola trying to make some of those runs internally or externally. How do you stop a 6'3", 6'4" guy who's built like a bloody German tank from World War II on the offensive side? And when he's defending, he wins almost all of the balls that come in from the right in the air. He is so quick. He's deceptively quick. Yeah, you might feel that he's like one of those big lumbering defenders. He's not going to be able to come back in transition. He's there like
yeah.
this. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. What a player. What a player.
What a goal! And didn't he play as a centre back for
Beautiful.
Croatia?
Yeah, yeah, he was. He started off as a centre half. He's
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has Pep Guardiola'd him. He always has one player that he chooses to play out of. Like he did it with Lam, right? Lam always used to play
Yeah,
right back. He suddenly turned him into the world's greatest sitting midfielder for a while at Bayern Munich. So,
yeah, yeah. He was fantastic as a midfielder.
and I think, yeah, I mean, it's just Pep, man. I don't think anybody else could have improved a play. Not improved. He just given him a new dimension.
Yeah,
And you know what? We forget about John Stones 2 seasons ago.
yeah.
If you remember, when Pep was, especially in the Champions League, when he was playing a double pivot of John Stones and Rodri, John Stones, an Everton centre half, just comfortably slotted into a Man City midfield in the Champions League as if he's been playing centre midfield all his life. It's crazy. It's crazy.
See,
And you know what? Honestly, I do like John Stones, man. He is so comfortable on the ball. He doesn't get half the credit, or he doesn't get the appreciation I think that he deserves. Like if he was playing at any other club, we would be talking about him a lot more than we are right now. Pretty insane.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? They played well, man. City. I was just looking at some of the stats. Almost 80% of the ball. They had 22 shots to Wolves 3. They had 900 touches and 700 passes to 400 and 200 corresponding of Wolves. So they should have won the game a lot earlier, but
Really, really.
hey, they left it. It is what it is.
And I mean, they score last minute goals. That's like Fergie's United, and that really pisses me off. I mean, stay off it, man. Play teams off the park, defeat them 4-0. At least we can talk about your oil money and whatnot.
But that's the thing, right? Pep is just like, hey, I'm only going to be for one season. Let me hit the Man United fans where it really hurts.
Seriously. That's
But a
really
good win for City.
very
And
very comfortable. A routine win. So only
routine.
okay, again, I think they have conceded for 8 games in a row.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, of course, conceding for 8 games in a row is not probably it wasn't a big deal, but considering the high standards that City set themselves,
Yeah,
I mean, you can't help but thinking about Rodri's absence.
absolutely. I was just going to say that.
What happens? What would have happened had Rodri started?
Yeah, they would have won 4-1 or something
Probably,
easily.
easily.
But
So,
that's the thing, right? They're playing Kovacic, so sorry, go on.
no, I was about to say the goals the goals like the one they considered at Newcastle. They lost. I think Anthony Gordon started running right from the
Hmm.
halfway line. So
Halfway line, correct.
Newcastle had ball had position very early. So goals like that might have been avoided had Rodri played.
100%. 100%. And I think, see, the thing there also is that, I mean, it's still, I mean, they started the season with Rodri and he went off pretty early, and now they're still trying to figure out what their best approach is, right?
Yeah,
They're playing now with Kovacic in that Rodri role. He's not a Rodri type of player.
of course not. Yeah,
Mateo Kovacic, the Chelsea used to play pretty high up the pitch.
yeah,
He's now playing in a slightly withdrawn. I don't think he has it in him to play that second. Like that's not going to work in Europe. I can give you that right now. If
100%.
he ever decides to play a Mateo Kovacic shaped player in the center of midfield, it's pretty much going to be Casemiro in the Europa League levels of brutality. So that's not going to work. So I think we will see him play a double pivot eventually when City go to the say the quarters or the semi-finals or whatever. But given the fact that De Bruyne has been out for the long like for a fair bit, Rodri has been out. A win 2-1 away at Wolves with all those guys out, great result.
Yeah,
Great result.
and I don't think even Foden did not start.
No, but
Foden did
that
not
was
start.
tactical. I think that was tactical. Like he hasn't been starting Foden. I don't know for what reason, but I don't think he's out of favor. But
Yeah, of course not.
Savinho, maybe it's because Savinho is a new signing and he wants that different dimension from the right or whatever. But Foden hasn't been in favor, which is weird considering the great season that he had last season. But hey, Jack Grealish, £100 million guy, had one good season 2 seasons ago. Last season was coming off the bench. This season has been coming off the bench. So Pep isn't scared to drop
Absolutely.
people that he's paid shitloads of money for. So,
I hope he goes
yeah.
away very early.
Well,
And as you said last time, I hope when Pep leaves, Eric Ten Hag will win the title.
you know what? When Pep leaves, I also hope he takes that bloody robot away from Man City. Please, I don't care. Play him wherever. Play him on Mars, on Jupiter, or create a separate league for that guy. क्या है भाई वो? What is that guy bloody made of? I don't know.
But still, he did not score, right? He hasn't scored in last 2 games. Is that so?
Two games, yeah.
Let me check.
Imagine us talking about somebody not scoring for the last 2 games as if it's a big and huge deal.
God. I mean,
Speaking of,
do you remember any player who was as robotic and as
you know,
good as Haaland?
probably Van Persie in that 12-13 season, where you just knew that you give him a ball in a half decent area, he's going to bury it in the back of the net. But even he wasn't as he wasn't. I wouldn't put him in the Haaland murder sociopath category.
Haaland looks like a sociopath, right? Van Persie
Yeah,
had grace about him. His movement
yeah,
was, of course, Haaland's movement is excellent. There are not two ways about it. But Van Persie was a different player.
yeah, yeah, 100%. No, I think my mind went to Van Persie only because the left foot, because they sort of like that. But
Yeah,
man, Haaland I mean, honestly, he's got size, he's got pace,
yeah.
he's got grace, he's good in the air, he's good with both feet. Honestly, what I have no. If genuinely, if you were to give Elon Musk a task of building just a complete striker, you would build Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
You would build Erling Haaland, and that's what he is.
I mean,
Oh
Roy
boy,
Keane criticizes his hold up play a bit, which is fine. I think he's still how old is he? 20 something.
early 20s.
Yeah.
But to be fair, City also don't play that style of football where he's required to hold the ball. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're going to play him in and then somebody's going to make runs and he has to find him. They all move like a unit, right?
Yeah.
So the style of play itself is different. So maybe he doesn't need to hold the ball up. I don't know.
And he's playing under Pep.
Pep,
So
exactly.
yeah, yeah. So he'll develop that side of his game sooner than we think.
अब भाई और क्या डेवलप बस कर अभी नहीं चाहिए और डेवलपमेंट हो गया अभी लेट्स स्टॉप विद द फकिंग डेवलपमेंट मैन
But where do Haaland go from City? Just imagine a scenario when Pep leaves probably in a couple of years or 3 years. We don't know.
और दिस ईयर
Or this year. He can't go to Real.
नो
They already
बारसा
have,
maybe a Lewandowski replacement. You see
probably.
Haaland versus Mbappe for the next 5 years.
Probably. I can't
But
think of anything of right now.
does he play Barca football? You think?
He'll start playing Barca football. See,
Maybe.
even Lewandowski is not exactly a Barca
He's
type
not.
player, is it? Right.
Fair. Fair.
And
Yeah, but
considering and
Do Barca
considering
have money to?
yeah,
Sorry,
go
sorry.
go
Go on.
go on. Sorry.
No, I was just going to crack a joke. I was like, do Barca have even enough money to afford his left boot?
Exactly.
Forget about his left foot.
Yeah. I mean that was my point. Ki Barca is so mismanaged right now. I don't
Yeah.
know if he would want to go there because see, so you see a lot of old players. They used to only rely on the club name. Oh, United is a big
Hmm.
club. Barca is a big club. Real is a big club. That doesn't happen anymore.
Hmm.
So Haaland rejected United when Ole was manager because United did not make that bid and whatever. But
Hmm.
even Bellingham preferred going to Dortmund instead of United.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I think Ole
they are surrounded by better advisors.
advisors.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And Oli said it right in the overlap podcast. He said that all these guys have their careers charted out in their heads.
yeah,
I'm going to spend 2 years here, develop myself, and then maybe go to a bigger club. He may, you know what, now that you think of it, he may go to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane isn't getting any younger.
yeah. Good point. Yeah,
Harry Kane is what, in his early 30s already?
yeah. I think so. 30 or 29 something.
So maybe a couple of years. And look, Bayern Munich aren't going to let go of a chance to sign Haaland. Even if it means sending Kane to City and bringing Haaland in, that would be a deal that they'll take in a heartbeat.
Yeah, but I thought City would sign Kane in the first place instead of when he went to Bayern. I thought Kane was an excellent choice for City because
But they
Kane's
tried for him, no?
did they?
The season, yeah, the season before he went all out for Harry Kane, right? He didn't get him,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is
That's
why they played with what's his guy, Jesus, and I think somebody else.
yeah,
They
that's right.
played
That's
with
right.
those guys and they still won the league, and then they then went out and got Erling Haaland. You remember that one season they were playing that weird strikerless formation, or they were playing Gabriel Jesus for some time.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
did try for. He even tried for Ronaldo. Remember back in
yeah,
2022 or 2021,
yeah.
whatever it was.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That completely forgot about that. Yeah, they tried for Kane,
Yeah,
and Kane would have been
they
excellent for
bid
the
for
team.
him, if I'm not. I think they even bid for Harry Kane.
Yeah, they did. Was it 100 million bid something? But it
100
wasn't.
million,
It
yeah.
wasn't good enough for Daniel Levy.
Daniel Levy.
Absolute bastard. You know what Fergie said about Daniel Levy, right? My hip replacement was more less
Less
painful
painful.
than dealing with Daniel Levy for Dimitar Berbatov.
That guy is a. But Berbatov transfer took the whole window,
Whole window,
literally the whole window.
the whole
I,
window.
I remember us being started. The link started in bloody June. That United are, Tevez and Rooney aren't, in Europe. Maybe it's not like whatever. Then we need to go out and get another to help. And 2 ढाई महीना उसके पीछे पड़ा था. The last day we had to send Fraser Campbell as a make weight. I remember.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but one good thing out of that was Fraser Campbell knocked Liverpool in the League Cup. So
It's always good.
I
Man.
remember bugging Abhishek about it and putting a lot of photos on pictures on Orkut
Orkut, oh man.
as it
I
was
miss, I miss
late
Simpler times, man. Orkut,
yeah,
United winning.
United
Can we
winning.
just
Yeah.
go back? Can we just go back 15 years? I think
Seriously,
2006, 2009 was the best time.
best, best,
Everything was simpler.
best.
Everything was a lot more chilled out. We were all, we didn't have gray in our beards and whatnot.